So I don't always have a costume that can be attributed to a thing I want to make. A lot of what I've been doing, kind of separately to costumes and stuff, is just making pieces for my own wardrobe. It's kind of easy when I have a lot of fabric that I don't have much planned for. I just happen to have a lot of it. And I have a lot of patterns. I have so many patterns. I don't like all of them, which is sucks. But there's a good chunk of them that I do like. Here, for example, I've just recently been cleaning and reorganizing things, and these are just ones that I've printed out. This is 1, 2, 14, 15 patterns that I printed out, and then there's like one or two that are like one of the big four patterns that I just haven't put away. And this is what I've been cleaning up recently. Like this one, I just recently finished doing a take on this without the sleeves, so I have something cute that I can wear during the hotter months. It's adorable. I love it. But one thing that I would like to do with some of the fabric that I have that I don't know what I'm going to do with, I've wanted to do this guy for a while. It's just a jumper. I think in theory it's supposed to be made with like a jersey material, just because it's supposed to be kind of a lazy Sunday morning. That's what it's called. It's called the Sunday morning jumper. Jumper? This is jumpsuit. It's not a jumper. Okay, whatever. Use some of the scraps I have. I have some of this green left over, but it's this color. Not fun material to work with if you weren't prepared to, go in and take care of every single raw edge, which I am often too lazy to want to even consider. And then I also have this canvas type material that is like a mustard yellow. And then for the pockets, I think I'm going to find some of the printed cotton material that I have with some of the fun print on there, and do a couple of pockets with that. I don't know if I would really call this a Scrapbuster or if I would call it just a fix. I have this green shirt. It's a long sleeve shirt. I haven't worn it for a while because it just kind of fits awkwardly. Alright, so this is the shirt, and I do enjoy it. I enjoy wearing it. It's a nice shirt. The problem is when it comes out of the wash, the sleeves are a little bit too short, and the length of it, because of the number of times I've washed it, not dried it, but washed it, it's shrinking upwards, which I don't like. And I'm not comfortable wearing something like that, which is malarkey because everything else about this shirt is great. It's very lightweight, so it would be a good shirt for me to wear during the summer. What I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add a bit of, I don't know, like a contrast color. If I, am to wear this so it's comfortable up under my armpit, the sleeves are even shorter. So if this is where it's actually sitting, this is what the sleeve looks like. And as we all know, I prefer longer sleeves. And also, like I said, this is short. This comes down to when I'm just standing like this. This is like an inch or two below my navel, which if I move around a bit, it's going to be showing my midriff. And I don't want to do that with this shirt. I do have some scraps of fabric. It's like a modeled sort of galaxy with some stars on it. Thinking I could use it to fix this. So I got a bit done, I cut out all of the pieces. I got the color blocking done, which was pretty cool. Thankfully, I was able to use up quite a bit. I didn't use all of the green, but I don't think I would have had enough of the green to do this just in green. So there's that. This is the back portion. Yes, this is the back portion. So most of it is this green, and then I have the mustard yellowy bit at the bottom. Same with the front portion, most of it is green, and then there's that yellowy mustard bit at the bottom. Probably my favorite part of this is the pockets, and I did cut those out and I ironed them. I ironed the seams down. These are gonna be the pockets. How cute. How cute. Both of the pockets on either side, the pant pockets, are just patch pockets. I had a thought to do it like all autumn colors, so I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have enough of the green, so I could see if I had any like rust that I could use for the back, but I didn't get to that point. First thing I am going to do, these are the cuffs that I have. I have 2 layers of them, and it's going to look like this. I want to kind of do it on the inside so that it sort of looks like I'm wearing a shirt underneath it, so that it kind of pokes out. I am adding, so down slightly and up, so again it looks like I have a shirt on underneath. I am finished with the sleeves. Like I said, I just added a little bit at the end. Hopefully that will be long enough. Now all I have to do is add the bottom part. I did add a little bit of extra onto the part that I will be sewing on here, just because the little bit that I had that kind of went like that, it's not very much. And I did notice that when I was, moving my arms around and, being slightly active in that I was moving, it did keep riding up. So it is fairly short on me. So I added about a couple more inches on top of the slight swoosh that I have there. I didn't do thumb holes, or I guess I should say I haven't done thumb holes yet, because I haven't decided if that's actually something I want to do. As of right now, the only thing I need to finish is the bottom part, and then I'm going to go ahead and try it on and decide if I'm going to do the thumb holes. And if I am, then I'll do that, and if I'm not, I'll be done. I think I am using the wrong material for this. I didn't think that there would be closures, which is something, I guess. I have the bigger parts completed, and I pinned the sides together. I was going to go ahead and try it on. Right now I'm trying to decide, first of all, if I should add more width to each of the pant legs. Basically, I have to decide if I'm going to add material to the sides to help me be able to actually get it on and take it off, or if I want to add a zipper to the side. And honestly, I don't want to add a zipper, but it's probably going to be the easiest thing to do, which is annoying. With this, it is just supposed to be a Scrapbuster, and it is just supposed to be a, don't hurt yourself thinking about it. Tried them on again. One of the points of this outfit was to make something comfortable, to make something that, uses up waste or, cut-offs, like leftover or whatever, and is comfortable. So I'm trying to decide if I'm okay with it being slightly looser than I had originally intended, and if I am, if that actually changes anything, because there's a really good chance that by making it looser, by adding like a panel of brown on either side, it could just make it look unfitted. I don't know if I want to commit to having to wear a belt with it all of the time to not have that fit issue, because the whole point of this is that it fits comfortably. Last quick little fix that I have are these pants that I made myself a while ago. They are double cotton gauze. They're very nice, they're very flowy. They're really baggy pants that have elastic at the bottom and elastic at the top. The little fix that I'm going to be doing is the elastic in the pant legs. I made the elastic in these pants just a little bit too loose. I didn't want it like strangling my ankle, but I wanted it to, be substantial enough that, it made sense for it to actually be there. It is loose to begin with. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to take out the elastic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rip some of the seams here and open up a little bit of hole so I can get to the elastic. I'm going to pull it out a little bit and make a little bit of a cut. So I'm going to take out a small portion of the elastic and then I'm going to overlap them so that this is a lot tighter than it is currently. And with elastic, a lot of times the mantra is the exact opposite. Slightly smaller is better because it does stretch and it has give, and it'll be okay because if nothing else, it'll wear out. So it's okay if it's a little bit tight for a little bit. I was trying to find the overlap. Take off from both sides. So that's the bit in between. And overlap that again and zigzag stitch all of this. Done! So I've been putting this off for a bit and that took me 10 minutes. Yay! So yeah, now I'm just gonna go ahead and throw these in the laundry and then I'll be able to wear them again. I'm done with attaching the bottom pieces. I'm just gonna go ahead and try it on real quick. Alright, well, already I like the cuffs just because it adds that extra bit of length. When they are hanging down, it is extra and I like that. But when I'm trying to do things, I still have use of my hands, but I'm still, covered. It's not riding up like that. Bottom part, I like that it's given me more coverage. I don't know how I feel about how it looks because it's a little bit more patchy than I anticipated initially. So this is with the added length on there. And I do like that there's the separation right here. I'm digging it. I really like it. It's still cute. It's just a little bit more, not even really more interesting, just a little bit different. It's not going to go with as many things, which is fine because really the only thing that I have to worry about this matching is whatever I'm wearing on my lower half. I think everything will kind of fit together better and look more like it all belongs together once it's washed. I am actually adding to this with this black t-shirt I have. It is a v-neck t-shirt and I've had it for a while, but I don't wear it very often because it fits me very weird. I didn't make the legs big enough. They are like really, really tight on my upper thighs. That doesn't help make things comfortable. So I figured having some stretching material either on the inside part of the thighs or on the outside part of the thighs would help in just making things a little bit more comfy. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take part of this. I'm probably going to take the back portion. It's a quite big solid area that I'm going to double up, just because, yeah, it's a bit on the thin side, and that's going to be in areas that I don't necessarily want thin material. Alright, so this is the front. I will end up using it for something else. And this is the back that I plan on using for my thighs. This is still inside out because I'm still working on it. I added that extra space in the to the insides of both of the legs, and it's shocking how much that opens it up and makes it so much more fit. You know, when I was working on this, when it wasn't on, all of these parts seemed a lot higher up. I don't think I need the zipper, which is pretty cool. And then I took these straps. I don't know if I like how wide the legs are. I like that they are wide. I'm not sure if I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I think aside from the pockets and everything, it's done. I am going to try it on again real quick before I put time and effort into the pockets. I just had to make sure that my butt got in. Doesn't look bad. It doesn't look even here because these are just tied on very inaccurately. I like it. The part that I was worried about before was that it would look like I had bunching in the crotch area, and I don't have that, but the back and forth between that is like, well, I don't want bunching, but I also want them to fit properly as pants. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to need to do a little bit more evening up, a little bit more precision with the math, but that doesn't look bad. And it feels comfy, and I don't feel like I've lost all of my shape. So it doesn't give me great shape, but also I don't look shapeless. Here's that little black strip that I did on both sides, and crotch bit. On the inside there's that black. Right under, like right before the knee, I have that mustard and some brown. Then I have brown. I have brown for the facing, brown for the back facing, brown for the extra bit at the bottom for the legs to be a little bit wider. That is from my Aurora costume. And then I just have to figure out where I want these to go. I don't think I can tell you how excited I am for I've been excited. I've been too excited for these pockets for forever. These were the first things that I had done, that I had, even before I really had this whole thing in mind as a Scrapbuster project. I have thought about this a little bit. There's so much blank space right here that I think I might do a pocket like right here, or maybe like a heart-shaped pocket or something. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'm probably going to wear a shirt under it. And pockets. So I'm not done yet. I still have pockets. This is finished. It's supposed to be comfy cozy. The pockets are like a little bit too low. So I have to kind of go like this to get my hand all the way in the bottom of the pocket, and this one is slightly, so. And this is just, I feel very eccentric aunt, which is exactly what I am, so it's okay. Very, very happy with how this turned out, especially as a Scrapbuster project. I hate working with this green material just because it like frays and it falls apart so easily, and it's so frustrating to work with. This is this, and I'm glad to be done. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what my next project is. In the meantime, I hope you have a lovely day. Bye!